Oh my gosh, guys, it is so cold in here, but also outside. And right now my hands feel like tiny little icicles. I've been having my space heater go all morning, and for some reason, always my fingers, they always get cold. I have to like sit on them for a minute to try and like heat them up. Oh my goodness. But my coffee is warm today, so really that's all that matters. Hello everyone! I'm here today to share with you guys one of my most requested videos to do as a wrap up for 2017, and that is the worst products that I tested this last calendar year. I tested a ton of makeup over the course of the year, and I feel like they fall into a couple of different categories. There's like the really good, like best of the best, amazing makeup. There's products that are like good, they're not my favorites, but they're good. There are ones that are like, meh, they're fine, but they don't work for me. And then there's just bad. They just don't work at all, and I don't recommend them. And so today we're gonna be talking about that particular category. The ones that just were. I feel like I have to say this every single time I do one of these videos, and I don't do them that often because I feel like they're kind of on the negative side, and I try not to make that be what my channel's about. I just want to reiterate that it's not the brand that I don't like, it's this one particular product from a particular brand that I don't like. There are products from every single one of these brands that I really, really like. These ones did not hit it out of the park for me. I think they are awful quality, and I just think that there are better options out there if you're gonna purchase from these brands. So I want to share with you guys the bottom pile of things that I did not like, did not work for me. I will share with you guys, as I do with all of my videos, some products from the brand that I do really like to kind of like, again, offset the whole negative vibe. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. Don't forget to check out the video I did on my best of 2017 drugstore products. I did that on Tuesday, and then I'm also going to be uploading on Sunday my best of high-end products as well. So stay tuned for that. And I think that's everything. So without further ado, let's get into this. So first off, we're going to talk about an eyeshadow palette. This is by Ofra. It is their Pro palette, and this is in the must-have mattes version. It looks like this. It has a bunch of neutral tones. There's a couple of pops of colors in here as well, and they are all matte shades. And I tested this out, and it is unreal how chalky these eyeshadows are. I felt like when I was testing these out that I was just trying to blend them forever, and it just wasn't working. Everything was really patchy. They weren't as rich and pigmented as I anticipated them to be, and especially for the price. Like, this is expensive. And also the color selection felt really weird to me. It felt very greeny yellow, and I didn't find that to be super flattering for myself personally, but outside of even that, just the quality I didn't think was there. I think their liquid lipsticks are beautiful. I love the quality of them. I use a ton of them on a regular basis. This palette though was awful. Next up is a drugstore product. This is by CoverGirl. This is the Katy Kat Pearl Shadow and Highlighter. This particular one is in Tiger Rose, but I've also tried out another one. I think it's something else about tigers. Tiger's Eye, Tiger Orange, Tiger Stripe. I don't know what it is. It was just kind of this gold shade, and I tried it out and I just didn't like it. It was very streaky. It didn't sit well on my skin. I tried it on my eyes and it was very patchy as well. So I tried out this one thinking it was just maybe that color, and nope. This one was the same thing. And not only that, but it dried out so quickly, guys. Like, it is like nothing now. Like, nothing at all is showing up on my hand. And I sealed this up well. I have other eyeshadows that are similar to this in terms of texture, and they still are holding up, and they're older than this. So I don't know what it is about this, but this is not a favorite of mine from CoverGirl. I really, really like their eyeshadow palettes. The must-have, like the nudes palette. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. They have a rose one as well as golds. Those are beautiful quality, so creamy and pigmented, and to me are just as good as a lot of high-end eyeshadow palettes that I have. So those I think are great. These not so much. Now on to a high-end product. This is from MAC. It is their Pro Longwear Long Last Lips. Yeah, I had such an awful experience using these. It is a dual-ended one, so it has one end with the color, and then the other end, this is supposed to kind of seal everything in and keep it really long-lasting and comfortable on the lips. And it gives more of like a not a super glossy finish, but a bit of a glossy finish. So first I applied this. It's very, very sticky and tacky on my lips. Like, you can see it. You know when you like peel your lips apart and you can see the product and you're like, ah! And then on this end is supposed to like take away any of that stickiness and help it to stay put and feel really comfortable, whatever. So I put that on top. It definitely did alleviate a lot of the stickiness. I was like, great. So then I go about my day to test out the longevity and all that fun stuff. And immediately, as soon as I start eating, it was the sandwich. Like, again, like if you can't hold up as a long wearing lipstick through a sandwich, you cannot call yourself a long-lasting lipstick. I feel like that should be part of the criteria when you're like labeling lipsticks. Can you hold up through a sandwich? No? Then you are not a long-lasting lipstick. So then the gloss wears off and it's just that sticky lip color on underneath, and it immediately all of the crumbs attach to it and they will not come off, and then it just ruins the lip color. I'm trying to rub it off. Oh, it was a disaster. So it's safe to say that this was not a favorite of mine, although there are a ton of products from MAC that I absolutely love. I did a whole video and what I would buy for a $100 gift card from MAC, and so there are a lot of favorites in there if you are interested. One that I use pretty much every single time I use makeup is the Fix Plus. This is amazing. It helps to increase the impact of the color that you're applying, but it also has glycerin in it, so it's going to be long wearing as well. I also really love their strobe cream. There are a bunch of eyeshadows that like, there's tons of stuff from MAC that is amazing. This isn't one of them. Next up is a drugstore foundation, and it is the Burt's Bees Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup. Oh guys, this is really bad. It says on here that it is a full coverage mineral formula. It's going to leave your skin feeling smoother. It has a natural finish that's not heavy or greasy in any way. And I will say that it is fairly full coverage. You don't need a lot of product to cover your entire face, which is great. But the smell of this, guys, was awful. I could not stand it. It was just this weird mixture of like perfumey sweat, I don't know. And then it was really greasy and felt really heavy on my skin. And from far distance, it looks really pretty, but up close, it was awful. It did not hold up well on my skin at all. I do really like their lipsticks though. This is in blush, and this one is such a beautiful shade. It's so smooth and creamy and feels really great on the lips. Nice, natural, everyday shade. This is gorgeous. This, not so much. Next up is an eyeshadow duo, which was part of a collection that was a collaboration between Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder. And it is the Eye Matte duo, and this is O2 Bleu Electrique and Nude. First of all, 10 out of 10 for packaging. Packaging is beautiful. But inside, guys, like, first of all, look at it. And then inside, boop! Look how tiny the eyeshadows are. And this duo, guys, was like $60. $60 for these two little eyeshadows. Can't get over that. Like, girl, Victoria Beckham, I know you're a big deal and the packaging is beautiful, but like, seriously, these eyeshadows, they're not even that pigmented. Like, I was really hoping the blue was just gonna be pow on the eyes. You can smoke it out and make it really vibrant and over the top because it looks amazing in pan, and then you put it on the eyes and you're like, wah, wah. Like, it was just kind of like, look at that. It's just chalky and sad and did not give me the impact I was expecting from seeing it like this. I don't know, to me, not worth $60. The quality was not great. There are other products from her collaboration that I think are fantastic. She has a primer, hang on. This one is the Morning Aura Illuminating Cream, but it's also a primer. This is gorgeous on the skin, really makes your skin look completely flawless and glowy. I will use it on no makeup days and just to add a nice base to my skin, or just as cream. It's amazing. It is a beautiful product. This duo though was terrible. Next up is a lip product. This comes from Lancome, and this is their matte shaker in Magic Orange. And it looks like this, and inside it has this like a sponge tip applicator that is like the size of a mountain. And you're supposed to apply this like cream powder thing to your lips with it. I don't know how you're supposed to do that. I found, especially for the bright shades like this, that this applicator was just horrible for applying the product. You just couldn't get a nice crisp line. It would be more of a stain-like effect, but it would like bleed outside of my lips. Like, it just didn't work for me. And also the formula was more watery than I was anticipating. I expected it to be really high impact color because they talk about that a lot in their ads and stuff, and it just didn't give me that. It was definitely a watered down stain-like effect on the lips, and you just kind of had to work with the formula to make it not look really streaky. And so this product I just wasn't impressed with, especially for the darker, richer colors. If you like more of a stain effect, maybe you'll like this, but I think there are other products that I think are better from like the drugstore, and the applicator was just messy and difficult to use. Like, I'll be honest, I don't really have a lot of makeup that I've used recently from Lancome. I have like their eye cream, which is pretty good. I like that. And they have really great skincare. But this was pretty awful. Now onto a product that I just recently talked about. I did a whole like drugstore makeup regret, so I'm not gonna get into it in a ton of detail because I just feel like I just slammed it like a couple of weeks ago. But it's the Maybelline Gigi Hadid tinted primer. What this is supposed to be is a tinted, like, pre-contour product that you're supposed to apply to your skin before you apply your powdered contour, just to give more of a like natural finish to the skin, make it easier to blend out. And I think the fact that it said tinted primer on here just kind of threw everyone off, and it was very confusing. But I found that the formula itself was very watery, very streaky, very orange undertoned. I think there are other products from that collaboration that I like better. The lipsticks, for example, are beautiful, and they're not much more expensive than the regular Maybelline lipsticks. But I think the fact that this product was more expensive than anything that Maybelline offers, and it wasn't great, just kind of threw everyone off. I didn't like it, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty bad one. Next up is a highlight by Too Faced. This is the Peach Frost Melting Powder Highlighter. And for me, there were a couple of things that I didn't like about this product. Number one was the mixed messaging that I was receiving. So first of all, it's called Peach Frost, and anything that says frost, I immediately think, because it's a highlight, that's going to be super over the top and very like frosty and give this beautiful highlighty effect to the skin. But on the website, it says it's going to give a radiant matte finish. Now, if you're gonna do a radiant matte finish highlight, don't you think you could come up with a better name than Peach Frost? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think that was a poor name choice in my personal opinion. And then when I was swatching it on my hand, I was like, okay, I see where they're going with that. It has a bit of a radiant matte finish. I got it. And then I put it on my skin and it like entirely disappeared. And I was like, huh? So then I applied another layer, nothing. I'm like craning my neck to try and like get it to like bounce off light, anything, just make it look highlighted. And I was getting nothing from this product at all. And I think that if you have a highlight, like it should show something, even if it's a subtle sheen to the skin. I feel like this didn't give me anything. And so I think that for the price too, it just wasn't worth it to me. And you guys know, I love the melted lipsticks from Too Faced, the melted latex. I'm gonna be talking about them on Sunday's video. Obsessed with those. I think they're amazing and they give such a beautiful, juicy, glossy look to my lips, and the colors are incredible. But this, not so much. Did not like this. And lastly is a highlighter quad. This is from L'Oreal. It is the True Match Lumi Highlighter Palette. This is a fairly new launch and it contains 4 different highlighter shades. I tried this out fairly recently, and even since then I've been trying to play around with it a bit, but I found that the colors just weren't impactful. They were dry and chalky, and in direct comparison to the other products that they had launched around the same time as this just felt especially bad in comparison to those, because I thought a lot of the new launches were really great. This, like, not so much. I talked about a ton of L'Oreal products that I really liked in my Drugstore Best of 2017 video though, so go and check that out if you're interested in some products that I think are incredible from the brand. But that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful in some way. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And stay tuned for Sunday for my Best of 2017 from the sort of high-end spectrum. Let me know in the comment section below what the worst product was that you tested out this past year. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing start to the year, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.